Goosebumps Cast. The Buzz interview starts now.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dad.
I want you to have a really fun and also safe summer out here. I only have one rule. Stay out of the basement.
What do you got in the basement?
Well, to put it simply, I guess, twins Cece and Devin, us, are visiting our dad, David, in Brooklyn for the summer. We're not too happy about it, but we're doing it because we love our dad. And these dark mysteries start to unfold in the town between us and our friends Alex, CJ, Trey, and Frankie, and we start to try to uncover what happened in 1994 because these four teens vanished mysteriously. So that's basically where we start off this season of Goosebumps.
Yeah.
I grew up reading Goosebumps. I was the little library book nerd and in the dark reading, basement car stuff. So yeah, I love Goosebumps. The day I found out though was weird. I don't know. I almost had a kid drown. I was a preschool teacher. And then I got the call that I booked Goosebumps. So I had to call my therapist because that was really intense.
I just loved it because for me, I got to do a horror, do a horror genre, which I haven't ever had a chance to do, work like something like that. Just as a Latina, we never really get represented in these type of genres. So for me, that was super exciting. I got to work with David Schwimmer, which was super exciting. And I got to shoot in New York, where I'm born and raised, and I never get to shoot in New York. So for me, it was just like a win-win-win. And then I meet this amazing creature, and we get to just chomp up the scenes. And I'm a cop. She's a delinquent. So for me, it was just a no-brainer.
I played CJ in Goosebumps: The Vanishing here, and CJ right off the bat when we meet him, he is this energetic guy. He's welcoming, he's kind, he has a great spirit to him, but he's also the guy that eats people's food when it's supposed to be delivered, and he's a little bit late sometimes. But at the heart, he really is a good person who is ambitious, he's driven, he has this entrepreneurial spirit that we start to see from him. But I think that his out there personality sometimes is used as a way to kind of mask his inside, insecurities. And so as the season goes along, we really start to explore his arc as a person who, needs to start to learn to trust in himself and believe in himself and become a real leader. So I really love playing CJ, and I hope that people will enjoy it too.
I'm Galilea. I play Frankie. And Frankie is this very caring and hardworking and very ambitious person. And that's something that we see from her right off the bat. She's very creative. She's very honest, and she gets caught up in a bit of a dilemma throughout the series, which I feel like episode 1 you already see kind of some trouble forming and some drama going on. But that was really fun to kind of play out, and I'm really excited for the viewers to kind of see how that relationship unfolds. And like I said, she's very ambitious, and she cares about herself and her family and doing what's best, and she's always trying to see what's best for the group and how we can kind of go fight this monster and figure out what's wrong with some kids who mysteriously vanished in 1994.
Yeah, and I'm Stoney. I play Trey, who's just an insecure little rat. No, he's at the core of it. I think he is a very good kid, but he's just been dealt kind of a tricky hand within his life and his home life a little bit, and that he internalizes that, or that manifests in him being a bit of a bully sometimes. He has a lot of internalized jealousy and frustration and towards the world, and that can get him into trouble sometimes, which kind of, as turn, gets them into trouble quite a bit. But we kind of have a chance to see him become either a better person or a worse person in this show, and he has a tough choice to make. But yeah, a good kid at the core of it still.
Yo, check this out. What the hell is this?
On one hand, it is kind of an honor to do your best to service something that means so much to so many people. And on the other hand, it's a big responsibility to service something that means so much to so many people. And there's that, I guess, I didn't really think about any of that when filming. I think I was just trying to focus on the job at hand. I guess afterward is now when all those thoughts would come in. And I think, there are ways to be scared about any given idea or excited about any other given idea. So I'm not sure.
I mean, I think we always take things very seriously, and that's something that we just love to do because we love what we do. But yeah, having fans is always a gift because people care, and these stories are so universal and they're for everyone, and clearly they're beloved by everyone. And I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's very cool to come in with something with a blank slate, but you never know how it's going to be received when you have sort of a built-in audience like Goosebumps. Like even my kids, this was the book series that really got them reading, so that was exciting, and it's the first thing I've done that they actually think is kind of cool. So like you have that sort of benefit too. And I think the thing about Goosebumps that's super great is that it's edge of your seat, it's mystery, it's like horror and stuff, but it's also really funny. And there's also really grounded relationships too. So, there's nothing that you can't play on this and have fun with.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was very heavy in this because it is such an iconic franchise, of course. So you want to come into it with you want to bring your A game because there's of course been a first season to this show, and people have they're fans of the characters, they're fans of the storyline, so you want to make sure that you have something to back the second season up. And I think with Rob and with Hillary, we have such a fantastic show and we have some fantastic stories, and it all just kind of keeps going up. So I think we did a really good job with that, and I have a lot of faith in it.
Yeah, it's definitely very nerve-wracking.
It's terrifying.
I feel like even, getting the audition in my inbox, I was like, Goosebumps, okay, I have to bring my A game to this one because, like Stoney said, it's so iconic and it means so much to so many people, and it's very nostalgic for a bunch of people, and it's multi-generational, and we're bringing something that, not only is, like I said, so nostalgic to previous fans, but it's also something new and something fresh. And, this series, I feel like, can be enjoyed by so many different kinds of people, and people who are familiar with the books and people who aren't.
Yeah. Listen, pressure makes diamonds, baby. That's, that's how it goes. I was so excited to be getting into this series. I knew that I had to be on my A game. We all knew that we had to be on our A game. It's something that means a lot to me, especially growing up, being a Scholastic Book Fair kid, knowing that, this really did mean something going into it. It's surreal. It was an incredible experience. And I'm just excited to be a part of the Goosebumps history.
And I love horror. I don't really know what makes it so intriguing to people. I think sometimes people are kind of mystified by what they're scared of, and don't really want to face it, but kind of want to know why they don't want to face it and know what is creeping them out about it.
Yeah, I think there's something inherently tantalizing about danger. I think danger is I'm not sure what that is. I think it plays on the survival instinct a little bit because those kind of chemicals like adrenaline are in a real, you probably don't actually want to run for your life from monsters in the show.
Bleep.
And but the idea of that without an actual threat on your life, I'd imagine that pulls some strings in our brain chemistry that
some amount of dopamine and adrenaline or something.
Something. Yeah.
Oh my God, watch it. It's thrilling, it's mysterious, it takes twists and turns, it has heart in it, it's crazy. Watch it.
Are you okay? Who knows how kids get these ideas? Too many horror shows on TV, I say.